Hello, welcome to Down with Dragons here on Monsters of Roll. I am DM Scott. With me, as always,
Alien, playing Maven Corpse Flower, Circle of Spores Druid, who is currently taking a unrequested nap.
And Mick playing Holliver, the Worm, a Rock Gnome Relic Hunter, rogue/warlock, flying through the sky with these guys.
Chris playing Viet, a Dwarven Ranger Barbarian Peace Cleric and, brother of Zash.
I'm Catherine playing Juniper Swift, a cleric who's only slightly disappointed she didn't get to find out why they call Holliver the Worm.
I have a few guesses.
I'm so sorry. Not sorry.
That's the tone. We're coming in hot. All right. So before we dive too much into tonight's game, ooh, I don't have tables prepped for this game. Do we have any announcements that we want to quick shout out? Normal.
Do we?
We have merch.
We do have merch. That's the only one I ever know. We have merch at monstersofroll.com/shop. It links to our Redbubble store where you can get our logo. Cool people's faces, such as this one right behind me. You want to step on a clock and break it and not ever get to use it like I did? You can do that. They'll let you. Don't tell them you're going to break it, though. They don't want you to break it. You can look at our whole inventory at monstersofroll.com/shop. Pretty much anything you can think that can be screen printed onto, you can get something on there. So go ahead and check it out. It's pretty neato burrito. Also, you can send your favorite player's inspiration using the hashtag inspiration in the connection link down below. Let us know what you liked. I'm very tired. What you didn't like. If you want to give DM Scott inspiration to give us a hard time, or your favorite player a second chance at some very tricky rolls, you can go ahead and get at us down below. This counts for any episode. You just let us know what episode you're watching and who you want to give it to and why. Again, shout out to you, Mom, in 3 weeks when you watch these. Mm-hmm. You better send me one. All right. But now that's actually all I have. Happy Friday.
It is Friday.
It's
yes.
Friday. Friday.
I will have to real quick just jump on that inspiration, and I have to give out inspiration. Literally just for the timing of it, and I glanced. Our resident Scald for no tables needed.
Oh yeah, you can also give Scald inspiration. He's
no. I give it.
I'm just saying he's been our deciding factor a few times. So yeah. He deserves it. If anyone honestly, he deserves it probably the most.
So yeah, Scald, you have that. You can hang on to that for however you deem you're going to use it. All right. So last time on Down with Dragons, the group made their way to Hailstone, finishing their journey after a close encounter with a sky leviathan thing. That, after investigating and taking stock, finding some of, after sending out search parties for, all the meat and skins and teeths and all that seemed to start to just kind of evaporate.
Yeah.
Took several days. Some hearty meals were eaten, but at the same time, like an hour later, you were hungry. It was kind of weird. Very little nutritional value. But the group actually made it to Hailstone. They're hiking in. They discovered that there was a siege taking place against Hailstone by an undead army. The group made their way back to the ship and decided an aerial drop is how this was being done. Taking one of the longboats down, they flew down, landed on a roof, and made their way to the frozen hillbilly. There, they looked for their contact with the yellow flower.
Is the frozen hillbilly short for the frozen hillbilly goat's gruff?
I will neither confirm nor deny.
I'm just checking because of the goat theme. Carry on.
There was a goat on top. Yeah.
Glorious mountain goat.
Yep. Looking for their contact with a yellow flower. The group split up. Zash and Viet definitely formed some new bonds. Brotherhood, you could almost say. In no way bringing to mind from the size difference of an old movie from the 80s.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Weekend at Bernie's or what? Just kidding.
Twins.
No, just kidding.
Yeah. Twins. And they made their way through the bar looking for yellow flowers, trying to narrow it down by being totally subtle with their story, looking for one for their sick, dying sick. It kind of changed a few times, I think. Mother and Maven turned into a Deadwoods rat and started just to kind of sneak around and just keep an eye where, people wouldn't be paying attention and she might see something that nobody else did. And Oliver and Juniper sat at their table, sharing some drinks, talking, and getting a little tipsy. Until Maven came back up and, conversation ensued, a implied, group activity maybe was misunderstood when the group got together in the room they were told to go to. It was revealed there that it was not Maven, and in fact it was Mr. as he shifted his form back into the familiar one of some of the group. And there was a small sleeping little rat in a cage on the table next to him. The plan was, the objective was talked about, and payment, and a deal was struck on that for his services that only Viet is fully aware of and is responsible for exclusively.
Oliver.
Oliver. My bad. I am sorry. He was too busy with and Oliver's the one who kind of worked out the final details, and
I didn't even go back and look at the video at that part.
I completely forgot to go back and look too, so I'm still
I
completely.
thought about it. I'm like, I'm just gonna let it roll.
Yeah.
Good. Perfect. And and he understands that this deal is not to be broken and that it will be paid by him. And then,
how many warlocks can
June and Oliver, disappointed, found out the meeting was over, and that's all it was a meeting. Yeah. And they decided we'll kick this plan off tomorrow. We need to get a good night's sleep, right? I mean, good night's sleep. So the night goes by. Everyone gets a night's sleep. Whoever would like to pay it, it will cost. Are you doing multiple rooms, or are you doing one kind of shared room amongst all?
How expensive are they?
Right now, it's 25 gold for a room.
We will share a room.
War times,
Terrible.
So, yeah. Well, price goes up as the siege goes on longer.
Really? Do I have money? I don't know.
Assume Oliver.
That's how they get you.
Oliver did the quartermaster stuff. Otherwise, Viet has 900 gold coins in the bag of holding.
So and Juniper or who has the bag of holding? You have the bag of
Yeah,
sharing.
that's-
You have the bag of holding. Yeah.
I have the bag of sharing.
He's a good bag.
Good bag. And so as we zoom back in over the frozen landscape, as you see an undead army occasionally in little squads and groups attack different sections of the walls, we zoom in on a rooftop with a small little imp creature who's sitting on the edge of a longboat. And he looks both upset and also like he's searching for someone to come back. And every time snow collects on his shoulders, it melts immediately. And you all wake up in the morning. It's just the pan of the shot. You all in the morning wake back up in any, order you'd like, but the day is yours. What would you like to accomplish before starting your meeting to basically, I can't remember, would we say just in the morning or over lunch? I don't know if you were going to do a brunch thing just to discuss the plan, but
Brunch sounds great.
Brunch is great, yeah.
And then we can get into a long conversation about tipping.
so
I was here the whole time.
Is Maven still a rat?
I will
Oh,
say
yeah.
by like being a druid and in this particular type of form, she can, as long as she's like not knocked unconscious, she can maintain those types of shapes fairly easily. So
Viet
You
would have
will,
opened up the
Maven-
little gate and put some jerky and a cracker in there.
I
And
will
left the
say,
door
Maven,
open.
Yeah, I will say you will wake up with a humdinger of a headache.
And the
last
little
thing-
glass shard in there too.
You will remember that as you were crawling around and staying to the shadows and working away under a table here and there, all of a sudden there was a hand that kind of scooped you up like preternaturally fast. And as you were lifted off your feet,
Mhm.
all of a sudden you see your own face blow something like some dust into your face, and very quickly it all went fuzzy.
Hmm.
But you could have sworn it was you.
Who else do I know that makes other people that looks like other people? Couldn't possibly be my small murderous son. Couldn't possibly be him.
This is
would
kind of
never-
fascinating. You've got the daughter is like just angelic
Yeah,
behaviors.
perfect in every way.
And then of course you go and adopt the little hellion.
I love him so much, and it's canon in my mind that Mister is actually Max's alter ego, and Max is the original form.
Oh.
That's what I want to believe.
Totally want Ilse, what's her name again? Sorry.
Illison?
Letters.
Listen,
Illison and Max have to meet at some point. It's got
oh my,
in some sort of fan fiction at some point.
oh my god!
And then they can debate who mom liked better.
It'll be a short debate.
Honestly, yeah,
What's
you're
your
right.
kill count?
No, yeah, and then you hear from it's Max. It's yeah, I love him more.
Wow.
Mom gave me this glass dagger. What'd she give you?
Your own flesh
I mean,
and
there's
blood.
literally a difference.
Long
She
term
left Illison. Max left her.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
she always wants what she can't have. That's the
Yeah.
that's the Maven Corpse
The
flower.
difference.
Sorry, I got us off track.
So the day is yours. You can, if there's anything you want to accomplish right away in the morning, let me know. Otherwise, we can fast forward to kind of having kind of a brunch in whether it be in the actual bar or in proper, or you can take it in your room.
In our room.
In the room.
That'd
yeah.
be smart.
We're paying a lot for this. So let's use it up.
Yeah. That's also a good point. Are the mattresses nice? Like, are they soft?
There is a table for that.
They're okay. I mean,
All right.
You've had worse.
You know what though?
It's
After
better
like
than the ground. It's
yeah,
better than the
after
ground.
months on the road, it feels amazing, and
Yeah. Even a crappy inn is probably pretty good from the ground.
June is taking advantage of every second she gets to spend on that mattress. Just like
I
a
feel
plate
like
of bacon.
I feel like the only one who truly doesn't like them, it would be probably Viet for the amount of years and the conditions he was in, where it's kind of that almost like everything's too soft. I feel like I'm sinking into it. The ground is the only secure and stay, you know. So we are in Hailstone. We are in the frozen hillbilly. You are in your room. You have some food. Is there anything the group would like to discuss before there's a knock on the door from Mr. who was coming to meet you at the appointed time, just in case you want to have discussions that you don't want him to have?
No. I was just gonna remind everyone that Viet has hair again.
Yes,
Because Maven
like
kind
a Wookiee.
of.
Or actually, with your size, probably closer to an Ewok. You know.
He's taming it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's just brushing. Like, just. So then, if there's nothing anyone wants to discuss privately, yeah, there'll be a knock on the door eventually, and Zash will kind of give everyone a look of like, should I get that? And he kind of walks over, opens the door, and just as he saw him the night before, there is Mister. Looks well rested, hair kind of slicked back a little bit more, salt and pepper beard. Walks in, and you know, well, glad to see you all look rested. And he looks over at Maven. Are you still in rat form?
Yeah, with all 7 eyes and going.
Oh, 100%. There's got to be some arachnid in there. Yeah. He's sorry about that, Mom.
She eats her jerky.
Fair. He'll just kind of walk over, and because I feel it's appropriate for this character 100%, he does the Riker maneuver over the chair and sits down. So grabbing just a piece of, you know, some bacon or something, and just starts chewing like,
My bacon.
so what's the plan? I assume you all have a plan. Otherwise, why would you know you needed a thief?
Because we all suck at that.
Fair. Okay. So you know where you were lacking. Did you have any kind of plan for him for
Knowing is half
why
the
you-
battle. Yes.
Correct, sir, it is.
And the other half is violence.
I mean,
That's his good plan.
I can't-
Yes.
Yes.
I would like to avoid that because that means we've been seen.
I mean, all possibilities, depending on how far we get with this. Violence will either be guards or very quickly a dragon. Deeper we go, the higher chance of, you know,
and I'm
the Lord coming in.
sure we're going all the way in.
Good. Then we just need to know where to effectively apply our violence to
Because that sounds
best
sexual.
effect.
Why? Everything's an innuendo.
I didn't start this.
How to
Did not
best
start
apply
this.
your violence. I read a book like that once.
I
An escape plan would be good too. How we get out. Because I'm pretty sure we won't be able to go out the way we came in. But I don't know anything about what that looks like.
I feel like
You're right,
this
you're right.
this little endeavor of yours. Like you have all the eagerness to go all the way with it, but I don't know if you have the experience
Oh my
required.
god. Spacing in riddles. Sexy riddles. God.
You're a rat.
Absolutely right in this case.
I am thinking Captain Juniper is saying that we are open to being suggested.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. I've never taken part in a heist in my entire life. So
Weak.
Usually when we are stealing things, everyone is dead first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, I don't know if it's stealing at that point. It's reconnoitering.
grave robbing?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I can get myself in probably far enough, but I'm here to do a job, which is to assist and to procure this staff of glaciers or glacier staff. Happy to make sure it happens, but you didn't look to hire am I the only one you've hired for this? Because I feel like maybe you need a tactician or mastermind or someone who does all of the
Oliver and Captain Swift are good
planning.
at that, yes.
Perfect.
In my experience, the more you plan, the less it goes right. So that's kind of where I'm sitting.
Winging it.
Yeah. I mean, that's eventually what we're going to end up doing anyway, right?
Absolutely. No plan lasts past first contact.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, why are you even asking? As far as I understand, your skill getting into places is such that we should expect to be able to use you as the tip of the spear and the first eyeball in, so that we can, see what's going on. Get the lay of the land, and then flop down whatever hallways we need to get to that hoard of treasure.
You're killing players.
Oh my god. No. Oh my god. Okay.
Flopping
And
down
then when
them
we are ready,
hallways.
then we hit it really hard.
Yeah,
Vigorously.
You just got to be able to hit the right spot, right?
Oh my god.
All right.
Okay. Okay, seriously.
Okay. He'll kind of nod. He's like, do you want me to do some reconnaissance? I mean, is that something you are requiring? Because from last night's conversation, you were just eager to just go in and figure it out as we go.
Run in balls deep. Let's
So
go.
it's
Not
all-
even subtle. Jeez. How crass.
It's all part of the same operation. You go in there first and get your fingers in there and finesse your way in, and then as soon as it's all the lay of the land is figured out, we'll get all heisty.
Right.
That'll work.
So
Heisty?
you basically want me to go in and probe.
Oh,
Now, don't be vulgar.
probe squad.
We need to know where we're going once we get inside. So, yes.
Okay.
We are being
Then-
sneaky. We can be going in with you.
Operation Probe the Dragon.
I am not sneaky. I will tell you that right now.
Three, one or two or three, right? However many we need to do the job. Yes.
No offense. If I am getting reconnaissance for you, I am not going with any of you.
That's probably
That's
smart.
smart.
I'm still alive because I work alone on that. I will do what I can. All right. How about this? I will either meet you tonight for dinner. You can do whatever preparations you need to do. Do you have enough money for preparations? I guess I should be asking that.
What are we preparing for, though?
Winging it. The
Yep.
only way you can wing it is if you are prepared for multiple possibilities.
Onam Shiva, Onam Shiva.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. How much
I'll
do
meet
we
you-
need to prepare? What do you need?
You are going into an ancient dragon's horde. I'd prepare for everything.
That narrows it down.
So I can't narrow it down any more than that, to be honest. I have no idea what's down there either. And I'm only going to be able to get you to probably the first set of doors, locks, whatever it is, in the way my capacity. Once we get past that, we'll all be discovering it as we go.
We will take care of that. Yes, we will have lots of things. We have a good bag.
We bring with us a very wide range of skills and tools from different sources, very unique sources. So I don't know what you'd suggest other than what we have with us right now as a place to gear up, as it were.
We need a crowbar.
I'm having crowbar.
Viet is
Yeah,
a crowbar.
Yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah, it's a crowbar.
There
It is
are a
embossed
few-
even.
Our hairy little crowbar. Let's get him out of here. All right,
Yeah,
I'm
it holds
not
up the
a rat
crowbar.
anymore. I want to shift back into my original form because I have so much. I'm so funny, and I can't be as funny when I'm a rat. The squeaking just isn't the same.
Yeah, you shift back into your normal maven form.
I am clutching that stained glass dagger.
I will be back for that.
Uh-huh.
I'll see you tonight. Or, I mean, otherwise, if it takes longer, it takes longer. I'll see you in the morning. But can't rush these things. But I'll do what I can. There's a few shops. Everything in this town's expensive. So if you need money, I hope you don't need money. But if you need money, just put it on my tab. I'll take care of it later. And he looks at Halver, and you'll pay up. So, a
Is
good day.
there a name that you used for a tab? Because I
just go with Mister.
perfect.
They'll know.
I assumed you wouldn't use your real name. Is all.
You think Mister's his real name?
he just kind of gives you a look like. Oh,
No, I'm just saying I didn't know
His real name's Max, and he's
name
my son.
at all. Actually, we actually have never met until last night. So
Oh yeah, you haven't met Mister. Oh man, did you guys get introductions done while I was asleep?
yeah,
We were introduced.
Okay. Good. How was the orgy?
Deeper
It took me a long
conversations
time
they
to
would have
plan
liked,
that.
perhaps, but
Yeah, fair enough.
So he'll kind of give you all a little nod, and he's like, "Good luck planning. I'll get some more information." And
Aye,
he'll
Captain.
set out, and he'll start to do his reconnaissance.
cool. Does anybody know how to do a heist? Like honestly, because I am way out
Oh
of my
yeah. Yeah. No, I'm good. I got you, homie. I've read a lot of crime novels in my time at the Mirrorvale library. I did live there for like 10 years. You read a lot when you live in a library.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah, Mirabelle really well known for their fiction and mystery.
No, it's true life. It's autobiographies. It's if I did it, all of the 1001 heists, and how I would have gotten away with it if I had done it.
All right, I'm gonna have you roll if you want to be serious with this.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, roll me a history check with disadvantage.
Ah,
Be everything you talked with me about for the type of
No.
reading you would have been focused on was not included in. Hey, good, you know.
that's fine. I'm pulling up my character sheet because I was definitely ready for stream and was not asleep
No,
2
you were a
minutes
rat.
before we were here. Oh my god, I'm
Yeah,
still
well,
dead on my screen. Whoops. Okay.
Yeah, we'll be going through all of his bags and packs and resorting things, and I can't even think of anything that he doesn't have.
All right. History said that's a 6, and that's a 12, so that's a 6.
Okay. So I wouldn't say you haven't like read anything that maybe had mentioned things of like that nature, but it's like they were like just little notations.
Hey Scott,
Yeah, what's up?
just so you know, I'm immune to magical sleep.
Oh, it's not magical. He literally
good.
blew drugs in your face.
Okay, good. I just saw that on my character sheet, and I was like, oh no.
Nope, he blew drugs in your face. That's why I
Good.
said
I'm not
powder.
immune to drugs. I'm very not immune to drugs. I'm the opposite of that.
Oh, I remember these.
Mhm. Right before Alyson was born. Woo!
Oliver, how many ropes do you have?
I have 1 rope, and I have a red swingback spider tube that is quite lively.
We are good there, I'm thinking. Do we have pitons? Do we need mountain climbing gear?
Maybe.
Maven doesn't. Maven can just fly, but
Yeah, I don't need anything. I'm awesome. And a bird most
When
of
you
the time.
remember, you can turn it.
Yeah. Yeah, when I remember that I'm a druid, it's really good.
I have these mystery potions and some sharpening stones. That's what I got.
Which you do know those can be like you have to take a short rest with them. Basically, you sharpen your weapon, and it gives them qualities.
Yeah.
Just reminding.
teapot, tea, unicorn tail, stone trigger extract, waxing glowworm, spell rush.
I have literally nothing because no one ever gave
Torches.
me anything back when I died.
That's pretty much
You
true.
got your cloak.
I got my cloak.
Cloak back.
They wanted it back.
I'm surprised that you did not bury me in it.
We didn't bury
Gold,
you yet.
Not like the conversation didn't come up.
gems,
Totally did.
shield, rope, hammer, blunderbuss.
Zash is going to be standing there and just kind of be like, should like I am normally used to as you were saying frontal assault. What did he mean by plan for every option? Because normally it's killing is the option until you are not.
Sometimes there's an anal option. I'm sorry, I had to. I
Backdoor.
had to.
Won't even go with backdoor.
Nope.
Wow.
Nope. I can't. I'm not tactful.
I'm sneaking, sleeping. We could. I'm not. Oliver, can we find sleeping potions or sleeping powders or something? I'm not knowing.
Well, we're probably gonna sneak in some sort of service entrance, I would imagine, right?
Is there a service entrance to a place like where we're going?
Service entrance.
Gotta have services, goods,
I'm
and
thinking
also
we need to know more about what his plan is before we get something specific. I'm thinking, yes.
Yeah, I think Mr. just meant plan for everything to go wrong.
Mm.
So, what are we going to do when it all goes to shit?
Body
Like
bags.
it inevitably will do.
Middle of a palace with guards everywhere, and eventually, potentially, who knows? Either a human who's a dragon or just a dragon.
Yeah. I
Well,
remember the last time we tussled with one of those. I don't want to do that again.
who has my pine cones? My grenade pine cones.
You do.
Are they pinned on my coat still?
I think Fiat gave them back.
Yeah,
What
I don't
is
I
have
can't remember. No, I think he had. Didn't you have those tied into your beard at a certain point?
Yeah, but I don't have them anymore.
Okay, I'm just
Okay.
gonna assume they're pinned to my coat.
Yeah.
There you go.
Perfect.
Very Lord of the Rings style, right here. You ever
I
just
think
put a
I
grenade
gave
right
you
under
everything
your
back.
chin? Yeah, you
I don't have
probably
anything
did.
more.
Okay, not to sound dire, but I don't know. This is the headspace that I'm in. if shit really hits the fan and she pulls up one of her pine cones, she's like, I can at least take some people out with me. So there's that.
Yeah. Most likely me.
Well, stand back 30 feet. I don't know what to tell you.
I can't reach 30 feet, Maven Corpse Flower.
I'm saying before it gets to that point, what is our exit strategy? I can't teleport people.
Well, Maven and I can fly.
We can.
I mean, I think I can. I did that once.
You had wings at one point.
Yeah, I don't think they last for very long. And I'm not 100% sure if I could, like, do it on command.
Hey, Scott, if I cast Conjure Animals, can I use them to interact with people?
I mean, you
So, like,
attack people with them.
Yeah, but, like, could I use them to...
Could you, are you asking, could you summon some giant eagles to fly us out of...
Something like that, or like a horse or something. Because I can do a beast of challenge rating 2 or lower.
Right. And most of the big things that can fly are higher than that. But you know, like a Skurgauk, things like that.
Yeah.
You can make some, like, you'd have to pump up the spell to be able to do multiples.
Yeah.
But it's potentially possible. One Skurgauk was kind of what that spell will do, and then it shifts into multiple smaller forms.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have to pump it up an extra spell level for every Skurgauk you want to summon.
I think 1 or 2 would be okay. If we can figure out how to get June up in the air, we would just need to account for Viet.
I mean, one of it could probably carry. I mean, he's kind of, I'm not saying this in a mean way, Viet, but you're kind of heavy. You're like a dense.
And there's Zash too.
And yep.
He's part of our party. I forgot about that.
Yes, but
you invited him.
Well, he's
kind of essential.
Expendable. That's weird. For people.
Wow.
He's like, really... I am right here.
Yeah.
Really.
Nothing personal, Zash.
So we have sort of a flight plan, but we might be underground.
Yes.
And I definitely can't do anything about that.
Let me look through my spells quick.
This gnawing at my brain. I've got it. If the worst possible scenario happens, we face this dragon in whatever form, that's when I can pull out Dragon Rend. And
yes, Dragon Rend, yes.
Yes, it'll work.
After how many weeks?
And then you guys can get out. If it comes to that.
And then what about you?
You guys can get out.
We're not leaving you behind, Oliver.
No, I wouldn't consider it leaving me behind. I've just given you time. And then, whatever I figure out from there, should be good.
Dash will kind of put his hand on your shoulder, Oliver. It is my responsibility. I will stay with you too.
Yeah, but Zash, you also have
dragons to kill.
Exactly.
It's a good way to stay.
Yeah, but if it comes to it, and
I will
that's
kill the dragon, and you won't have to stay.
Okay. Let's go with that. Oh, and Viet, I didn't find any sleeping powder here, but I found I had some blasting powder. Whoever we need to put to sleep, maybe we can use that instead.
Permanently. They're so cute when they sleep with their eyes open.
Viet's
They're so cute when they
talking
sleep
to
with their
himself.
eyes on the opposite side of the room.
He may or may not have overheard June talking about being underground, and he started talking to himself at that point, and as he's resorting all of his packs. So that's what he's going to be doing for the morning, is resorting all of his packs and talking to himself. Or, Manny and Fenris.
Does just as a reminder, does Viet focus at all with that on the comments that were made of underground here would likely, like, the odds of them being there are like not likely? That was a conversation with
Mister.
Yeah, Mister.
Yep. And then also the jail thing. Yep. So he's got a lot rattling around in his head at the moment.
Yeah. Yep. So Viet is prepping. So he's quiet for the rest of this conversation if there is more to have. He's just anyone?
I think we should go fantasy shopping at the Fantasy Costco. No, I want to look for an arcane
A lot of arcane shops.
store. Yeah, one that
You would know that.
Yeah. One that specializes in. I'm really looking for teleportation magic, but I know it's going to be expensive. But I also have 245 gold, and I don't know how much that'll get me here.
First off, there is no magic store.
Okay.
There's just not. There is stores that have lots of bips and bobs and weird things and things like that, but straight up magic, not so much. But if you ask the bartender or the innkeeper anything, he'll point you for your best shot of finding anything, both potentially magic or alternates of magic or just weird. He'll point you towards the Frost Giant's pocket.
Okay.
Interesting.
I like that name.
Yeah, a couple blocks down. It's still part of the middle section of this city, and you could easily make your way there.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely recommend we go there and maybe look for, I don't know, a Home Depot.
Fair.
So that's so we can get duct tape and rope.
Yeah.
Would Viet go, or would Viet be staying to do his repacking? Yep.
June will go with.
Okay.
Alrighty.
As there's that pass off, Zash will just kind of, to Maven and June, just be like, I will stay with him. I have all I need. And he kind of gestures towards his glaive. That will be enough for me.
My God.
And he'll be like, indeed we will, brother.
I'm sad. I'm gonna miss that.
Yeah, because you've already signed his death warrant, apparently.
Okay. Listen.
All right. So Oliver, Maven, and Juniper are heading towards the Frost Giant's pocket.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So you make your way. It's cold out. It is a very brisk morning. And it is snowing today. It's not a heavy snow, but there is wind. Even in the middle section of the city, which should say something about what it's like out there. You'll travel a few blocks. It is cold. It is a nice, brisk Minnesota winter. So,
Sounds so nice. I'm so hot.
I think today, without the wind chill, it's like 2.
I miss it.
So
June is going to be on the lookout for a scarf.
many vendors seem to have some, different furs, things like that. But you will notice the price tag, a little high.
Hmm.
So
How high are we talking?
Yeah.
well, like a normal, like just like, are you thinking like normal fabric, or are you thinking
Yeah, just like a knit scarf.
knit scarf? Probably 1 or 2 copper.
Okay.
You'll see like anywhere between like 5 silver all the way up to getting into a gold for like a really nice one, and then more than that for like fur.
Okay.
Because even if you kind of in any way look and then see the tag and go, Jesus, like you'll hear other people on the street, or you'll hear the vendors like, what do you expect? There's no more resources coming into town right now. It's like, I've got to make a living. I got to feed my family. Prices are going,
Okay. I'm going to buy just like the longest scarf that I can find so that I can wrap it like around here, and like I just want a really long scarf so I can wrap it a million times around my neck and face.
I'd say probably around like 6 silver.
Okay. I will take that
Which
out.
is still like, this is not a finely crafted. It's a knit.
I was just gonna say, is it at least well made? Dang it.
I mean, it's okay. It's gonna fall apart on you, but it's definitely just, basically really long yarn,
Okay. That's all I want. That's really
You
all.
have it. So you make your way to the Frost Giant's pocket. Once you get down the street, you'll see there is a building there that is kind of wedged in between 2 others. And it kind of has that feel of like where I can't remember the style of architecture, where it's like the buildings start off thin on top and then kind of do that wood out, kind of building up and tall, kind of like, I don't know, I think Dutch, but it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's a door between 2 buildings that has just like a little bit of an arch on it that definitely looks like that's a business and that's a business. And then there's a door in the middle. And once you go, and it says above it, kind of etched in metal, the Frost Giant's pocket. And you go in, there's a bell that rings right when you open the door, and immediately it's stairs going at a steep angle down.
Oh God. It's probably good Viet didn't come.
Make your way down. As you kind of get into the depths, immediately the temperature starts to shift, and you open the door, and you are now probably right underneath both of those 2 buildings, and it's the size of like a warehouse.
Nice.
And there are just like the equivalent of like stacks for like libraries, but it's like stacks of stuff. And like everything from the most mundane, like, a cowbell, all the way to more specific items that you would have to order and things like that. They've got a little of everything. And when you walk in, you see kind of there's the beginning of a few shelves that are all kind of like a chest level high, like bookshelves that kind of go in aisles that all lead to a long bench or countertop that separates the entire room from the rest of the stacks that go all the way back. And you'll see a gentleman who is standing over some books, and he is, writing in them and working. He's probably looks like he's in his mid to late 50s. He probably is a half elf of some, denomination or some racial background. Sorry, not denomination. Very thin. You can tell, angular, so the elven features are prominent, and he's just sitting there writing, and he's got, glasses all the way on the tip of his nose. He's, he's got that nice bald patch on the top, but thick, lustrous hair on the side. So it's a weird kind of like you're thinning, but really thick where it's not. And welcome to the, frozen giant's pocket. He doesn't even look up at you. He's just kind of looks like he's busy doing, inventory.
Just kind of browse around a little bit, see what there is to see in this place.
You browse. There's a lot of random stuff. If there's anything, if you're just looking for something to jump out at you, make me a perception check.
Right.
If you're looking for something specific,
let's roll some dice.
Give me an investigation check. Or you can talk to the shopkeeper.
I'm not looking for anything specific, I guess. I'm just kind of...
Yeah, I'll go talk to him once you do your thing, girl.
11.
11. You find this weird, like it's not made of a material you're familiar with. That it's like a stick, and then it has two triangular pieces with balls on the end, and you just kind of like, and they swing around in a circle as you move them.
And make a clacky noise.
Yeah, like every now and then you get a satisfaction, like click, 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 and then like the rhythm's off, and it's like.
This feels familiar. Yeah, I'll just browse around while Maven kind of chats people up.
Yeah, okay. I've scribbled a list. This is my requisition. It's got rope on it. It's got sleeping powder. It's got a lot of stuff on there, and I kind of clarify to the proprietor. So here's my needs. Let me know if you have anything. And generally, I'm looking for stuff that is good for a heist.
It's not suspicious at all. Rope and sleeping powder.
For research purposes, of course.
So he like, without really like, he's just listening, going, yes, of course. Oh, yeah, of course we have that. He's like, he takes your paper, opens it up. He's like, I have rope. I've got plenty of rope. Sleeping powders. Are you talking more medicinal to help you get to sleep, or are you looking for something to more help you stay asleep, or are you? And he kind of looks at all of you with a side eye. Or are you talking something a little bit more inappropriate?
I don't know what you mean by inappropriate, but something strong and sure to work
up and down.
is good.
And then
research purposes, I'm a professor.
Heist stuff.
Part-time, of course. Heist, yes.
Heist stuff. Can I ask what is the nature of the heist that you may be preparing for? It would help me narrow down the parameters. I don't judge. I'm willing to sell you rape drugs.
Whoa.
You said strong, and you're giving a vibe that you don't want me to ask too much. I feel like I'm in the ballpark.
Well, now that I know that you're discreet, I'm happy to collaborate with you on this
More expensive,
list.
But of course.
The nature of the heist is, of the hypothetical heist, of course.
Hypothetical. This is an exercise, right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It is, let's just say it is to break into the most high security property imaginable. And
like the palace.
Well, Like the palace, of course.
Like
Like the palace.
Like
Yes.
the palace. Right.
Yes. Not not the palace. And this is all hypothetical, of course, anyways. So, we're
I
just
mean,
talking.
I'm glad it's a hypothetical because I mean, my civic duty would be to report any kind of actual
Right.
conversation about.
And you see, and this is
stealing from
that
the
is
palace.
that's why this kind of research is important too, is to develop security plans for the municipality itself and the palace.
Are you advisors or consultants for the
Like I said,
palace?
I'm a professor, and I'm good at
Professor
professor
of
stuff. Professor of part-time research.
Professor
Yeah,
of
I
research.
mean,
Oh,
you're not lying, but
Okay,
Um,
okay. Here it is.
so
It's
he'll just
professor of archaeology, expert on the occult, and how does one say it? Obtainer of rare antiquities. So you can see why I'm the guy for the job. If we're delving into the security considerations for such a place. But of course, this is all research, hypothetical.
I'll give you a choice. You can either roll me a persuasion check or a deception check on, and I feel like deception is probably closer, seeing as this you keep just hypothetically and do you sell hypothetically blueprints to like a place that is designed exactly like the palace,
Right.
not the palace, but yeah.
That roll was an 18.
Okay. So he's gonna kind of look you all over again.
You understand, there's a siege going on, and we need to know the considerations for security.
How much money do you have? You have money. You have money?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Enough for a bribe?
Depends on what you mean by bribe.
A hypothetical bribe, of course, yes.
Of course, a hypothetical bribe. So what would an experienced group like yourself consider a good hypothetical bribe? And he sets down an empty bowl in front of himself.
Can I hear any of this conversation from where I'm at, like perusing the store?
However, how quiet are you being? Because I don't feel like you are.
No.
Neither is he.
I'm not.
You're the only ones here right now.
Okay. I
Roll me a perception check.
So
how entranced are you, Juniper, in your clicky clack?
16. A dirty 20.
Oh, you hear all of this.
Great.
You're hearing him tell all of the hypothetical information.
I'm gonna exit the building.
Perfect.
I'm
However,
gonna just be like,
so the bowl is in front of you.
Okay. So, yeah, I've got the big old bag of gold here. Let's just, grab a handful and just kind of slowly trickle some into the cup and kind of gauge the proprietor's face as it's getting filled up. See,
Roll me an insight check.
Okay. 22.
22. You start to hit around like 50 gold. Like if you're just like clink, 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 and all of a sudden you just see that eye just start to. And he sees you have more, but it's like you get around to the bowl starting to get half full, and he's just like, you see his eyes shoot down and go back up. Like, are you gonna keep going? Like, oh my god, And this is just for conversation. And so as you hit that, I'm assuming you're gonna stop.
So like 50 gold, I'll stop at 50 gold. That'll be like a handful, let's say. And then just add a token, another 5 gold, just to sweeten the
55
pot.
gold. Okay, so as you do that, June is starting to exit, and you see him grab a long wick, and he just lights a candle, and then you hear movement, and all of a sudden there's like a rope being pulled, and there are doors that all of a sudden, like June, you hear the door above you just go and there are a few other clicks and clacks deeper in the stacks that you can hear the echo and reverberation of like other doors that are going shut. And he's like, you have my complete discretion and undivided attention, sir. And he pulls the bowl towards him. Discretion is my motto here. Everything that comes into the frozen the frost giant's pocket stays in the frost giant's pocket.
It's just gonna kind of slump by the door.
Oh, you went all the way up and checked it? Like, yeah, it's shut. It's locked.
Yeah, she's just gonna slump down on the floor and like sit by the door, just like defeated. Like, this has gone off the rails so far.
It's so fast.
Not even in the heist yet.
Nope.
No.
All right.
So just like head in hands listening
So you need
to Oliver explain exactly what they're gonna do to this stranger.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, you need rope. I got rope. I got all the rope you could ever need.
Oh God.
As for sleeping powder, I've got just the thing. I got sleep bombs, I got sleep grenades, and I got sleeping dust. You want to put it in their drink? You want to throw it in their face? Or do you want to clear a room? You tell me.
Room sounds good.
All right. He kind of writes down. He's like, how many are we talking?
How many rooms?
How many times do you want to try to clear a room? I mean, don't get me wrong. Somebody with a high constitution, I mean, they might shake it off.
Well, let me think of like a random building that I might want to clear. An example of a building, not the palace, of course, but something
Right,
like the palace. If need be, to just put everybody to sleep. And
In the not palace?
in the not palace, and
Don't know if
maybe
we can afford that, and I don't know if I have the supply for that.
hypothetically that could create a whole new fairy tale. Everybody falling asleep at a palace. That's where things get started.
Roll me a persuasion check. I'm gonna roll a inventory check.
Persuasion is 14.
14. All right. I've got something that might be interesting to you.
Mhm.
It's very potent. If it's not diluted, it might kill people. But the point of this, if you can get it into the palace, the not palace's water supply, you might knock out most of the palace.
Or whatever building that.
Yeah, whatever building. Yeah,
Right,
well, of
yeah,
course. I mean, small town. Put it in their well, small town. They all go to sleep. Guaranteed. Anybody who imbibes, as long as it's been diluted, 8 to 10 hours, minimal side effects. Not diluted. See you next Thursday, maybe.
Did this guy just develop a seedy accent? Like, did he just?
Here's the
drop
fun thing.
facade?
Yeah, he dropped the facade.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you for noticing. I was wondering.
All right.
Yes.
a high proprietor when it comes to the right time, but also let's get down and talk dirty. You know, what's the brass tacks here?
God.
I think that sounds effective. And then if we don't apply it to this particular research, we'll find a use for it.
Fair. All right.
Now, how much is that going to run us?
That's going to be the only thing. It is pricey.
Pricey. Well, how pricey? And do you barter? I have some peculiar items myself.
All right. What are we talking?
Ooh, you have any interest in a dragon rib?
Dragon rib?
Yes, a rib from an actual dragon.
That's sacrilegious.
Right, but hypothetically, someone might find it extremely valuable.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, that's a hot item to move, and I feel like I should have a finder's fee just for trying to move it.
Mm. Well, I'm not asking for any of the proceeds.
I get that, but just, being involved, the risk I take just housing such an item.
Oh, so you don't want it? Okay, I got you.
Hey. We're talking. We're friends.
Indeed, yes, we're developing quite a good working rapport here.
Can I see this hypothetical rib?
Absolutely.
I'm assuming this has to be in the bag of holding.
Do it. It's probably just in Holliver's.
Otherwise, it's on your back or on ship.
Yeah, it's been in Holliver's back pocket the whole time. Yeah.
This is giant.
Are you happy to see me?
Yeah. Yes. However, I needed to carry it discreetly. So yeah,
it would have been in the bag. It had to have been. Otherwise, it's on board the ship.
Okay, let's go with that.
Yeah. So yeah.
Clank.
Yeah, and he's just like, oh, and he'll out of his pocket pull up one of those, jewelers, Do you mind?
Not at all.
He will just lick the side of it. Oh, that's old. That's definitely.
Well, yeah, it's hard to find fresh ones around here.
Oh, yeah. Hypothetically, I wouldn't dream of it.
Indeed. But hypothetically, if I did get a fresh one.
I mean, hypothetically, in such a horrible end of the world scenario, I might be able to make something happen.
I bet you could. Hypothetically, of course.
So, you got any teleportation stuff?
What do I look like? Do I look like a wizard?
You look like you could be a lot of things for the right price.
For the right price, you're right, sweetie.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know.
I might have something. It might not be exactly legal.
I wasn't asking if you had something legal.
Hypothetically, everything here is above board.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm not gonna say that I can guarantee any of its potential outcomes or effectiveness or dismemberments.
Yeah, no worries. Hypothetically, I wouldn't blame you if I was torn limb from limb.
Hypothetically, that wouldn't be my concern at that point. I like you folks.
Mm.
June's just by the door. How are you at potion identification?
Oh,
Potion seller.
ironically, that's like a little side hobby, little side hustle I got going on. I love potions. I love making them. It's my passion. If I'm not here, to be honest.
Okay. She's gonna
I
plunk
don't
down.
freaking know. I got a guy.
Okay. You didn't have to you could have just said
I know, but you slumped over there by the door. You're not participating. I don't really feel like you're part of this group.
I mean
we're shouting across.
She's our captain. Have some respect, sir.
She's your captain, and she's not part of this.
She's supervising from afar.
I have to
Hypothetically, I might be insulted.
hypothetically I'm trying to maintain plausible deniability.
Ooh, I like it. All right, fine. You stay over there.
She's gonna get up and come over to the counter now and just plunk down the blue potion, the silver potion, and then the third potion that I have that's a mystery. I didn't write down a color with that.
Oh, it's fine. It's been a hot second since I've looked at these.
Yeah.
Potions, so I'm gonna get out my little books.
There's a table for this. There's gotta be.
Oh no, these are already made. And I have the colors and everything written down.
I just wrote mystery potion, and I don't know if that was because the color was like shifting or something and didn't
It
have
was shifting. That
Yeah.
was a shifting one. Oh nope, that's the holiday.
Now that I
special.
think about it, that's probably like invisibility or something.
Aren't you the expert?
No, I'm not. That's
All right. There we go. All right. You said you put down a blue potion.
Yeah.
You put down a shifting,
and then the silver one.
and then the silver one. Right. So you'll see him like set it down, or like you'll put him down in front of him. He'll be like, oh, I haven't seen these in ages. I mean, these are the real deal, aren't they? Just cracks up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, great. Sets him down, looks at him. He's like, excited. The hobbyist in me is so excited to call my guy.
Cool.
He's got a guy.
How quickly can your guy get here?
Hypothetically, he could be here so fast it's almost like he was already here.
Cool. That's not disconcerting.
Is it you? Yeah. Mister did kind of inquire about if we hired anyone else. Maybe that's a good idea.
Whoa! What?
Was that a good? So, what was his body language when that just happened? Was it like?
Roll me insight.
Oh, that's good. What do I have for insight? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. A dirty 20.
Okay. He looks like you just told, like, yeah, he looks very intimidated. He looks like you just said you're here, his mom sent you.
Got it. Okay.
He's like, whoa, he's like, all right, whoa, okay, hold on. What about Mister?
He's my son.
Roll me a deception check.
I firmly believe it.
No, you don't.
I do.
Your fantasy brain is latched onto that idea, but you know who Mister is, which is not the same as Max.
No, he's Max to me. That's 4.
4? Okay. And he's just like, yeah. He's like family to all of us who know him.
Yeah. Also, yeah, he's a friend. A business partner, if you will.
He's looking at June and Oliver as she's saying this.
Or Mr. is just used as a form of address to a man as a prefix for before their name type of thing.
Like Mr. Johansson.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So we're not actually trying to refer to anyone as if the name was Mr.
What a ridiculous name.
What?
Although, why would that be bad? I mean, you were clearly kind of freaked out by that concept.
I mean, why would I be freaked out by a title, a prefix, a surname? Why?
Tell us.
Who's right there at the counter? I want to just establish.
Oliver.
I know Oliver is. I know Oliver is for sure.
June's still standing there because the potions are there, so she's.
He's gonna look around, and you're gonna see him pull out another wick and light another candle, and you're gonna feel just a little tingle on your skin. And then he's gonna lean in close, and he's gonna be like, "All right, stop fucking around." He's like, "Do you know Mister?"
So
no more hypotheticals. Do you know him? You working for him? You working with him? What's up? Oh my God, are you friends?
Maybe. Is that a bad thing?
Does this affect our
It affects everything.
I'll betray him if you give me a good price.
Oh no!
I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
No, and he looks around. He's like, I would never, ever consider. And how dare you
Why are you so
suggest?
afraid of him? He's a good guy. He's nice.
Yeah, he's great. He's the best. He's my best friend, my bro.
don't worry. Don't worry,
What?
good sir. That was all part of the research parameters, part of the hypotheticals here. Security probe type of thing. Don't even worry about anything. Anything.
I truly don't know right now how.
Yes. I'm gonna tell you yes.
Oh shit! All right. What do you need? For the love of God, tell him. All right. All pretend. No more hypothetical. He points at you. No more hypotheticals. You did not tell me who we. All right. And he takes pulls out a little lockbox, opens it up, and pulls out. This looks like a mixture of clay and ragman, doll, size thing. And he's like, hey, figure out what those are. He's like, all right, you need okay. Sets down, pulls out another, unlocks it, pulls the chain out and unlocks it, and he's got a jar. He's like, all right, that is pure. You don't even sniff it unless you want to go to sleep for the rest of the night. That is going to take care of a small town's well supply for the palace. I mean, I don't know how long that would take to circulate.
Hypothetically, could someone make tea out of that?
No more hypothetical. I'm done with that.
Okay, could someone make tea out of that? If that person...
Why the fuck would you make tea out of that?
Well, if that person were of a high
suicidal nature?
Constitution.
Immune to poison,
sweetie,
perhaps.
Immune to poison,
sweetie,
maybe.
Hold on. Let me... And he's gonna take reach down and pull out just literally a popsicle stick, and he's gonna dunk it into it and with effort pull it out, and it's like tar. He's like, this is concentrated enough that this will kill you. Dilute this. And he's gonna and then burn that stick.
God, okay.
Okay, no more hypotheticals, no more messing around. You understand the gravity of the situation, and you're getting a sense of what we're doing here. Okay.
I do. I wish you would have talked to me like this sooner. We could have stopped beating around the bush.
You can't just say that to people.
But when it's Mister, you gotta tell a guy.
I'm sorry. I was trying to afford you some plausible deniability here. So
not with Mister. I don't want any plausible deniability. I need to know what I'm getting screwed over on if I'm talking to him.
Indeed.
You just see him look around.
No intention of screwing you or anyone over.
Hey, if that's what's got to be done, if it makes him happy, let's do that.
Okay. And exactly. Let's push the envelope here. Like I said, heisty stuff.
All right. He yells at, like, opens a box and puts it on the table and presses a button on top, and it spits out like a puff of smoke. And he's like, "All right, high stuff, ropes, pitons, ball bearings, all the thief things. Got all that. Aisle 57, shelves 2. Clear it out and bring it up here." And you just see that woof of smoke just disappear, and you hear the sound of footsteps.
Wild.
All right, rope. And he turns around, walks just a couple feet away, and just pulls like just a mountain climber's gear. Just, I got rope. I got all the rope you're gonna ever need. Soft stuff, tough stuff, long stuff, short stuff. You want rope? I got rope. All of a sudden, you see the little clay ragdoll homunculus little thing, like picking up another, like you didn't even know it. He's been going through your potions.
Oh, if I'm watching, like I'm fascinated by this thing.
And it's just methodical, just slow, picks up the thing. And you see different, like almost like the clay start to melt on one side and then get absorbed by his feet. You see like him start to smolder on one foot as he takes a step. You see him trip and fall, get back up like the Pillsbury Doughboy, just.
June is so invested in this saga.
He goes one by one and then all of a sudden comes walking back up and rips off a piece of his fabric and then just. And he's, oh, great. Oh, all right. Yeah, great stuff. Yeah. And so the silver one, that's you have about an hour's worth of greater invisibility.
Sweet.
So, you can do stuff while being invisible. Good, great. But once you drink it, you're not coming out of it until it's over. So even if you want to be visible, you ain't gonna be.
And what's the duration on this?
An hour?
1 hour. 1 hour.
Okay.
Well, okay.
The blue one. This one's pretty cool. This one gives you kind of a magical, invisible, unbelievable armor.
Okay.
So temporarily, for 10 minutes, you got a magical barrier that'll cancel out any of those weird arcane folk. They do those magic missile things. Nope, not happening. And then also to physical things. Imagine you had armor +5 to it though.
Okay.
If I was ballparking.
Right. If there were some system of quantifying how much
right,
you
it's really
boost your
hard.
armor. Yes.
I wish somebody would just make a quantifiable armor class.
Of course.
Could just
That would be really helpful.
That is a core part of my research. I didn't lie
what
about
it would
that.
take to hit a thing.
Yeah.
What would dodge it? you know. And the thing is, if you were dexterous, you know, that would make you harder to hit.
Yeah, because you'd be like,
So, last one. This one, don't drink that.
don't drink that.
I don't know what it does. It does nothing and everything.
So it's remaining a mystery. Cool.
And as you look down at the little clay fabric
Okay?
doll, he just looks up and he just kind of, and then all of a sudden he lights on fire and you see him. And then his feet freeze.
Is he gonna be
And then-
okay?
And you kind of, you look at that last potion that's shifting and he just,
I'm
Seems fine.
sorry.
I think he likes it.
and then he sneezes and he's like a chia pet. He has like green growing all
This
over.
is oddly familiar, actually.
What does the don't drink concoction look like?
It is just a kind of iridescent,
Color
glittery
shift.
shifting through the spectrum of colors. It is an unstable potion. It is a stable, unstable potion. It
Okay.
can be drank or thrown at something, but like,
But
who
don't
knows
drink.
what? Think Wild Surge.
Yeah,
except with a
that's
much more expanded. Because it can do spells, it can do effects, it can do curses, it can do like literally anything it can do for a certain duration.
got it.
Sounds like this is up your old friend Callan's. It's up his sleeve. That's the kind
Yeah.
of thing he could.
Put it in the bag of sherry.
I was just gonna say I want to give it to him, but
You could. And just like a label on it, drink me.
no, I would not say drink me. This is a present for in person.
So,
Cool. Gather some stuff.
yep. And so he's got rope. All of a sudden, like floating in like a basket is all these different things. And he's like, all right, I've got pitons, I've got ball bearings, I've got lockpicking sets, I've got climbing gear, grappling hooks, I've got flash mirrors, I've got sounding horns, I mean, what is it you need? Like, let me help. I'm here.
You mentioned you may have something in the way of teleportation.
Oh, right. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And
You
he
need
just
an exit.
literally sprints running back. And like to the point where you're losing sight of him. He's running in just a straight line to the back of this warehouse.
This place is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
And the little homunculus is
He's so cute.
I figure him as like a rag doll clay version of like the Pillsbury Doughboy. I mean,
God.
after a few moments, and you do see like as you're kind of like coming back, like homunculus will like take pieces of himself and start to try to juggle and just like just trying to entertain the customers. And then he'll see him come just running back at full sprint, just God. God. Oh, my God. I gotta run more. I don't do enough of it, and it's a disservice to myself.
Cardio is important.
It is. You don't think you can skip it, but okay. Are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
He pulls out this small little black box, sets it down, and looks at all of you. This is the most illegal shit I got here. He puts on silk gloves. Reaches in front because it's faced towards you. Unclasp the lock. Okay. Hey, back up.
I'm just
And he's going to flip it back and open it up. Inside, you're going to see the most ornate, carved, and elaborately inscribed piece of sidewalk chalk that you've ever seen.
Okay.
It's blue. And he's
It's a good-
just going to be like, he's like,
It's a good color.
oh, you goddamn right it is. So, from what my sources have told me, they found this in some kind of deep dark ruins and some excavation, the creatures in the dark, all of the danger that is involved in procuring an item such as this. And he gently, you can see it with the most reverence, you inscribe on a location a door, draw it in, put a keyhole in it, then keep it. And when you're in need, wherever you are, you draw another door with a keyhole, and then you put it in. Presto, changeo, real door connection. And just step on through.
You tested it?
Fascinating.
Oh, yeah, this is. I don't know how long this lasts. All I know is what it's supposed to do. He's like, look at the filigree on the base of the chalk.
Okay.
That's
but you
real
could.
old world shit.
Does
I don't
it
know what that says.
look
Do
like?
you know what
some,
that says?
Does it look like some old world shit here?
Roll me, insight check
Oh.
or
What
perception
type?
or arcane. You pick how you're trying to read this.
Okay. You know what? That's an 11.
Or
Arcana.
Yeah. You don't know much about magic, but what you know, you don't know that. That looks like freaking like algebra, and you're good at basic math.
Well, Holiver would be pretty fixated on it as well.
Go
So
for it. Yeah, go. If you want to roll Arcana or insight, if you're reading him, or you tell me which one you're rolling.
all right, I'm going for
Maven,
Arcana.
what are you doing? Hold on, Maven, are you going to roll one or no?
22.
What are you rolling?
Arcana?
Okay, so you're looking at the chalk, trying to decipher if it's real, or are you looking at him to see if he's telling the truth?
Actually, yeah. Can I do perception for that?
Perception will be
insight?
trying to. Insight is reading if he is telling the truth.
Okay. They're the same, so I'll go with insight.
Okay.
That is an 18.
So 18. What you get, Oliver?
Oh, 22.
22. Okay. You, Oliver, have had experience in looking at some actual, old world magic stuff, and you are confident this is beyond you in an authentic way. Like, I don't know what that means, but I know what that math means, and that math I can't solve, but I know it's real formulas, Maven.
Yep.
He is treating this in reverence because he truly believes it is what he is telling you it is.
Okay. I just kind of nod to Holiver, like.
And he's like, now, beyond that, I know nothing. I don't know if there's, effects. I don't know if there's, curses, nothing. Like, I'm not held responsible for anything that could or could not happen beyond the instructions I was told on how this should work.
Okay. Would the Eyes of the Rune Keeper invocation allow any further insight into it? Can read all writing.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. So as you kind of like, he sets it back in and you kind of just slide gently the case towards you more and really start looking at it. You are picking up, like, you start to see some of those kind of like that beautiful mind thing of things click into place. And you are seeing that there is a lot of power tied up in this. It is a multi-use item if used properly. And you do see that the amount of like power in it with some of those ruins, it definitely has like the equivalent of like passphrase. And that's what makes it multi-use. If like you don't know what they are, but you can definitely get the sense of like as like saying a spell. That's what makes it usable more than once. If you don't, you are basically doing like a wild surge magic thing. It is focused for the purpose that it was designed for, but it is unstable if somebody just draws a door and does the lock and all that. It'll do what it wants for the most part, but it may not teleport you to the right place. It may not, like, it's just a high fumble table. Think of that, and a high wild surge, because you are hot wiring a car instead of having the key.
Gotcha. Okay, well, so we've got this wonderful Q briefing / Mission Impossible Gadget Expo. Of course, Oliver's going to poke for as much we can get out of him as we can. And hopefully that includes maybe like a janitor's outfit and a fake mustache. And and actually, this is where Mick is going to have to.
Yeah. What do you need? Goatee? You want?
We're gonna take it
long
all,
spindle, yeah.
and we're gonna
just the entire complement of mustaches.
Yeah, and he'll like, all right, and he's like, I actually have another coat that has all the same, and he'll pull out like it's a full trench coat.
Oh, nice. Okay. And sorry, everyone, this is where Mick is going to have to deck out for the night.
You won't.
And
yep. Well, you won't have to. We're actually ending right here. As he kind of puts all this together, and you're kind of like, all right, now what's the price? And he's like, oh no. You tell Mister I was happy to put it on his tab. I mean, by all means. We'll settle up sometime whenever it suits his needs.
We do have to pay him back eventually, so be kind.
That's between you and him. I'm just happy to facilitate my dear friend.
This is you paying him back, isn't it?
I think the terms of our contract and payment are already set, so we probably don't have to worry about that.
We bid thee adieu, good sir.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
As you all start to turn and just kind of like arms full and just like, all right, I mean, thanks. He grabs you, Oliver, and he's like, did you make the deal?
I made the deal, yes.
Don't neg on it.
No, of course not.
I know it seems small, but it's not.
I can't imagine what you mean, but I have no desire.
It's more than what you think it is. It's for just seriously. Pay the man what you owe him when the job's done, and don't question his methods.
Thank you for the advice, sir.
You sound like me at work.
And scene.
And as the group with their hands full and bags over shoulders with like more gear than an expedition up Mount St. Everest or Mount Everest is ever going to need, they make their way back to the frozen hillbilly. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Fiat looks up, shakes his head, starts rearranging all his pack to try to.
Yeah, pull it all back out on the bed, looks at it all nicely organized, and is like, all right, again. And starts to pack it again. And Zash looks in, he's like, tonight is your night, roll. Twins reference. Right. Mick caught it.
I'm 25.
The accent probably, yeah. So everyone, thank you for joining us. We will be off next week.
Yes.
We might do a one shot, or we might just take it off.
Take a nap.
Either way, it will not be main campaign for sure. So everyone enjoy. Everyone have a great week. Wish Oliver happy birthday.
Merry birthday! You were born! Congratulations.
Have a great week.
I'm older than all of you.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye, guys.
Have a good night.